If you want to play in the IPL, remember to pick Kohli's wicket.
The World Test Championships grand finale or the finals is here. India has announced the squad. New Zealand has announced the squad, and everybody is wondering, is this the perfect squad? Can India take the championships? Also, this has got to be like the longest ever cricket tournament ever, because it's been going on for 2 years. And
From
since
2019 August they started.
Yeah.
Jagero.
So since
Like,
Jaggu
I've
and I
lost track, in all honesty.
also Jaggu doesn't really keep track. We do watch matches occasionally.
No,
but
I'll tell you honestly what happened. At some point, I said, India will be playing who? Then I was informed it was going to be New Zealand. And then, okay. I was losing track of the score. I mean, let's be honest.
Okay, so by popular demand, since a lot of you have been saying, guys, why aren't you all discussing cricket? Well, we wanted to bring in experts, and we just happen to know two amazing sports journalists. There's Chandresh Narayanan. He has a background with ICC. He's written for the Times of India. He's written a biography. He is pretty much the final word as far as cricket goes, as far as we are concerned. We also have Faisal Sharifi, another great sports journalist. His background is digital in IPL and all of that. And most importantly, the two of them are great friends, just like Jaggu and I are. So this should be a really fun conversation. And as always, we promise it's going to be simple language. So if you are not interested in cricket, after this episode, you'll be like, oh my God, what an amazing game. And we should be watching. Hai na, Jaggu?
Absolutely. And if you have like detailed questions to ask, Chandresh is also on YouTube, Cricket Chronicles with Chandresh. You ask him, he answers like involved, detailed questions about so-and-so player in so-and-so match in so-and-so year and in the fourth over. He knows all these things.
Yes,
Faisal also knows, but we will be doing the basics now, and then like the intricacies y'all can get into with him at 2 a.m.
Okay, very happy to invite Faisal and Chandresh. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for doing this.
Pleasure.
Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you so much for having us.
Chandresh, you're looking very serious. Why are you looking serious? We're going to have fun chat.
He's nervous, yeah. Nervous. He wants India to win. So he's busy, stacking up the odds.
Faisal, before we start, I want to deeply admire that one-seater sofa that is behind your shoulder.
It's my recliner.
That's where you sit recliner. That's where you sit to watch the cricket, is it?
Yes, most of the times.
There you go. That solves that problem.
So the two of you go back a long way too, right? Like y'all are dear friends and y'all have gone back decades.
I think 2. Yeah, almost 20 years, no?
21.
Yeah, very depressing. But yeah, I've known him for 21 years now.
That's pretty much Jaggu and my history. We've known each other like about 19 years.
So you know trauma. You know how the trauma is.
Yeah. It is like.
I am the one who should be saying yeah.
Jaggu, please. I'm the one traumatized. Okay. Cricket, since the two of you are our resident experts, a couple of days ago, the Indian squad was announced. I'm going to put up a picture and let's go with, are we happy with the squad? Because I think all our like Twitter feeds and everywhere, people are just like, oh no, why Riddhiman Saha? And where is KL Rahul and all of that? So let's just look at it. And then you all can give us your opinion on whether this is good or not.
I think this is pretty good. इससे better और कुछ नहीं हो सकता था.
Yeah, I think the squad has literally picked itself up. I think there couldn't have been a better option. Really? I think I'm a bit sad that Shardul Thakur couldn't make it because he kind of, he's an amazing bat down the order. We saw what he did in Australia. But, Mohammad Siraj has that special something. He's the only guy who can probably swing. The others are more seam bowlers. So, he brings that variety. But I think if you're going into a World Cup final and, you're looking to get runs from your bowlers, then you've not got your batting right. So I think in that sense, the team is amazing. I think it's perfect.
I think that's why they picked Jadeja and Ashwin.
Correct.
Bowlers who can bat a bit. Though I'm not quite sure if India's lower order can score any runs.
Wow. Is this to do with current form, or have they even weighed what they've done during the IPL, before it shut down, or is it these are test specialists, this is what we'll run with?
I think this is test specialist job. Otherwise, Akshar Patel would have been in the 15. He did well against England in India, but they know that what the conditions were in India, because test matches were getting over in 2.5 days. So I think that's why they.
So when you
So
speak
you
of
know-
conditions, so because this is going to be a one test.
Correct.
Okay, and in England the weather is like quite unpredictable. Anything can happen. Do you think it's fair? I mean, for 2 years this championship has been going on. So many matches they've all played. Then they've reached the end and then one match. Do you think it should have been like a two-part series or at least three matches and all?
Very unfair. I think it's very unfair because you worked so hard for so many years. Like if you look at the NBA, after you reach the finals, they have a best of 7 finals. Before they decide who the winner is, like a best of 7. Of course,
Wow.
Basketball games are really small, so they can afford that. But here, I think Ravi Shastri mentioned, right, Chandresh, that should have been a best of 3 at least. They should have had a 3-match series.
But it's not.
So best of 3 between the 2 finalists. You don't mean top 3 or top 4 and then do some sort of a okay.
Same.
So like the NBA thing, like how 2 teams end up playing, but they'll play 7 matches to decide the finals. Okay.
Yeah, but 3 matches means a month wiped off calendar.
Mm.
And
Yes.
if you're an Indian cricket sponsor or a broadcaster, you will think about at least 3 white ball series, 3 T20 series against teams that you can rake in the money.
Mm.
So I don't think it's possible. It's a good situation to have, but I don't think it's possible.
Money is overtaken cricket. Yeah, money is overtaken the joy of cricket. That's what's happened. At least from what it was 20 years ago to what it is now, is just everything is very commercially driven now.
The running theme is entertaining होना चाहिए.
हाँ. और पैसे बनने चाहिए.
Hey, but इस बार I think that like because of what India did in Australia, suddenly everybody was like, oh my God, test matches can also still be supremely thrilling and exciting. And I mean, it was like a bodyline series with all of them injured and, so then interest happened again. But then India, honestly, I don't think we played a test match since April?
March.
Yeah.
Since March. And so I don't know. Do you think there's a buzz and people are excited about the finals of the World Test Championship or kuch zyada hi khich gaya?
I think it's more digital excitement. Everyday people I meet, like behind masks, people are not really talking about it like it is like some World Cup final or anything of that sort.
But it is, it is.
But oddly enough, but there hasn't been a build up to it, right? They factored in scores from matches that were already scheduled. I mean, of course, they can't sit to do a test series championship. Mana wo to 6 mahine lagenge. So they factored in what they have from matches that were already scheduled, and then it's come down to this, which comes back to Faisal's point, right? Like thoda aur to hona chahiye tha. Now it's all come down to this one match, and it seems one random, too unfair.
Yeah, but I think, looking at the forecast and like what Tarana said, the forecast is for rain every day during the test match. Tomorrow, the first day, 90% rain. Saturday is going to be 80%, and it's going to get worse as the test match goes on. And you can't expect anything more from an English weather, I think.
So then why was England picked? Because India is playing England बाद में, is that why, for convenience sake?
नहीं, रघुकुल रीत सदा चली आए, हमको यही पसंद है. England में ही करना है.
इधर ही खेलना है.
If they played in Dubai quietly, would have been cool. It would have been very hot. Would have been unfair. They could have had a day and night.
You could have started at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
No, but it's going to rain, and do they have any what's it called, spare dates so that?
Yeah, there's an extra day. There's a 6th day if any play is lost because of rain. But in the end, I have a feeling that this might be joint winners. If there's nothing, it's a draw, then both will be world champions.
Right, and the money gets split and all of that. I know. Yeah.
In this case, they will be world champions for how long?
2 years.
Another 2 years.
Okay, so the scoring party starts immediately after this match, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, the funny part is, existing cycles, last test match will also start tomorrow. West Indies, South Africa. And they are playing for nothing. They're actually playing for nothing in front of empty stadium. At the same time, the final is going on the same cycle. I don't know who planned that, but that's how it's panned out.
COVID.
You could be telling us more about that at the ICC.
So, okay. I want to now look at the New Zealand squad. Okay. So this was the India squad. Everybody remembers. We have established with our 2 experts that this is a good squad. And this is the Black Cap squad. Now, we have to admit, we only recognize some names. How many of them are ekdam brand new and could be like surprise elements?
Evan Conway is going to be a surprise element for India because he'll definitely play at the top of the order. And Ajaz Patel is from our Mumbai, born in Mumbai, went over to New Zealand at the age of 8. So Patel Bhai again ruling the roost all over the world.
Correct.
And more or less, the rest of the squad has played quite regularly against India in Test matches.
Okay.
In fact, this very squad beat
Yeah.
India last year in New Zealand 2-0 in Test series.
Which should be probably weighing on the psyche of the Indian players. Also, I mean, and New Zealand just beat England also as practice.
They're in great form. And they beat them without Williamson in the final test. With the captain Williamson, Kane Williamson was not even playing. So it was literally like a bench strength. They were trying out their bench strength before the final.
Williamson is right now, as far as tests are concerned, the number 1 ICC ranked batsman, right?
I thought it's Steve Smith now, no? I thought I saw something.
I think it's Steve Smith.
Yesterday or day before yesterday, I think. But yeah, he's been there. He's been there amongst the top 3. I think for many, I think if you take Kohli, Joe Root, Williamson, these 3 would have been the top. And now, of course, with Steve Smith coming back, these 4 would be the top batsmen in the world. Test cricket.
Yeah, but between the 2 captains, Virat has not been having a great, last year or so.
He's 2 years since he scored 100 in.
Yeah, 2019 was the last century. So you think he'll be feeling some sort of pressure, or he's Kohli and he's like, whatever, I'm coming, playing my game?
I think he's been doing this for years now. I mean, you can't take away the fact that the guy is one of the greatest batsmen of all time. So, it's a matter of time before he really get going again. I don't think he'll have pressure. I think he's been through too many seasons to know that he's just one knock away, from going back to being what he is. And I think the Indian test team depends a lot on him. He will give momentum because the other players that you have, Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane, they are the guys who will graft. This is the guy who can take the momentum and take the match, take that run rate to 4 and really set a very tempting target for New Zealand or get a very quick 100 in a session. So he's really, for me, he's the game changer. He has to hit form in this final, for the match to be very, very interesting.
Just to get into a little bit of the details of it, for both teams, batsmen versus bowlers, is the weighting fair according to you? Is it the best that they could have arrived at?
Yeah. I think, yes, this is the best squad. But the only worry for me, for India, is their inability to get their lower order out. Last year also, when we were in New Zealand, it was even Steven till a point, and then their lower order started scoring runs. And that's been the trend over the last 3-4 years, that India has been able to get the top order out quite easily, but we struggle to get the wickets from about 5, 6, 7, and that is the difference. And it's got camouflaged because of the fact that we won in Australia. And that is a running problem that India have had over the last 3 years. And but it's traditionally been an India problem.
Yeah, it's been a traditional
Indian problem. But since we started playing Test cricket, we have had this problem.
Fair enough.
And why do you think that is?
I think we just don't have for a brief while we had Anil Kumble who could get the tail out. You need a very good leg spinner or a fast bowler who can really wipe out the tail. I thought with Bumrah we'll be able to do that, but it's clearly not happening. India have struggled because of that.
Okay. Look, aside from the rain, which anticipated, expected, and will come, ground conditions, just given time of year and what the field will look like, how does it look? What is your reading of it?
I think it's a tired pitch, but they're saying, the curators are very optimistic and saying there'll be good bounce, good carry, and, there'll be something, like they say typically, that there'll be something for the spinner also from day 3, it will take some turn. But, given the weather, you really can't say how the pitch reacts, because if you have it overcast, there could be some rain, there'll be so much moisture in the wicket, then there's sudden sunlight, it can affect a lot. It's very difficult to predict after day 1 how the wicket will behave, because the best of the best have failed in reading wickets. So we're sitting very far away to be able to really give you a very detailed one. But I think it's a World Test Championship. They won't take a chance. They'll make a balanced wicket so that the bowlers don't finish it in 2 days, and they'll make sure that India is not batting till day 4. So
given that you won the toss, what would you choose to do?
As Sir Don says, bat first, always.
So everyone is sort of thinking that New Zealand are going into the finals at an advantage because they're in form, they've been playing, they just won. India really hasn't had any matches, this and that. Are you concurring with this like overwhelming opinion that ये तो भाई New Zealand लेके जाने वाला है?
नहीं, न्यूजीलैंड लेके जाने वाला है कहना मुश्किल है, but 60-40 in favor of New Zealand, because just look at everything. Last year they beat us in test matches, and in one dayers, 2-0, 3-0. We haven't beaten New Zealand in England in any format since 1975.
Oh,
And T20,
good Lord.
even in practice matches.
That is a very scary.
That's a very scary stat. And we haven't beaten New Zealand in a ICC event since Faisal saw them beating New Zealand in 2003 in South Africa. So for the last 18 years, we haven't beaten New Zealand in an ICC event. We haven't beaten them in any format, whether it is even a practice match in England. So, and also the last time we played test cricket against them, they beat us. The last time we played one-day cricket against them, they beat us.
Very good.
Last time we played New Zealand in England, they beat us.
And New Zealand has some hold, he's right. New Zealand has some hold over India in that sense, that in ICC tournaments, they somehow managed to beat us. In the T20 World Cup, which we won 2007, the only team that we lost to was New Zealand. We won all the other matches. There's something about New Zealand, it's a curse or it's a jinx. I hope it doesn't carry on with the test.
Because we assume, as in like everybody around, the team may not assume, everybody around assumes, New Zealand hai, apne hi log hain, le lenge. Because we are giving players also to them. Ajaz Patel, others, Rachin Ravindran. There was also a Jeet Rawal, a guy from Gujarat who played cricket with Parthiv Patel, who opened for them till last year.
And Jeet is his classmate, Ajaz Patel's classmate. They were in school together in New Zealand, in Auckland.
So the next lot is coming from India. So we are giving players. So we are thinking that हमारे लोग भी जा रहे हैं तो फिर हमको घर की बात है.
So listen, there was some issues with who came close. I remember Tarana was mentioning about how Australia got knocked out literally because of a slow over rate.
Yes.
They had to drop. So who's come close? Who could have made the cut, but how could this final have had different teams in it? Where is that situation?
Australia could have made it to the final, but two things: they slow over rate, so they couldn't. They lost points because of that, and the other reason was that they cancelled a tour to South Africa. If that tour to South Africa because of COVID, because that tour to South Africa had happened, you could have probably seen even New Zealand Australia final for all you know.
But do you think this is a little bit? It's a bit unfair, right? Because a lot of the teams played more tests and some played lesser, and then some played like 5-part series, some played 2-part series. It's not really like, it's like apples and oranges, isn't it? Reaching this final.
Yeah, you're right. Tarana, from where you stay, some about 2 kilometers from there, they all sat together in rooms and decided कि मुझे इतना ही टेस्ट मैच खेलना है. So they themselves, the teams and boards themselves decided कि मुझे इतना ही टेस्ट मैच खेलना because मुझे इतना ही पैसा मिलेगा टेस्ट क्रिकेट से. So they have themselves to blame. No one else is to blame for this.
But also to be fair, the commercialization of T20 and one day is so much that just the fact that the ICC's managed to put together a World Test Championship, I think just for that you have to kind of applaud them कि at least कर दिया, because everyone's talking about Test cricket मरने वाला है. I've been listening to it for 20 years now, but at least they managed to pull it off, and the broadcaster haven't objected to it. बहुत बड़ी बात है. It's a big thing.
And apparently the Test Championships, they've been discussing it since 2010, right? Like करेंगे.
I was part of the ICC in 2011 when this very logo of the World Test Championship was approved, and I had uploaded it onto the website. And then we brought it down because there was no takers for it.
No movement for a decade.
And then for a decade you didn't play, so 2 teams have fallen off the cliff. That is South Africa, Sri Lanka. So teams have started falling off the cliff because of the fact that आप अगर 2011 में करते तो maybe those teams would have continued. But teams have started falling off the cliff because interest levels in those countries, various other factors, उसके वजह से Test cricket is just about surviving.
Okay, all right. So the y'all are saying 60-40 New Zealand, despite all the stats that you gave us.
No, wait, 1 minute. To be fair, in this kind of a match, should there not be a third option? Do we not have to factor in the possibility of a draw?
Yeah. If there's a draw, they're joint winners then.
Joint
If
winners.
it's a draw, then they're both joint winners.
And finally, then we have a trophy for India after 8 years.
So you think a billion of us are going to be praying for rain and say chal?
The Indian team is very talented. Yeah, it's a damn good team. I mean, whatever all said and done, it's a solid team. I mean, they've earned it. I wish they had played on better wickets in the last series against England at home. I think that's a bit of a blemish on them. But other than that, I think thoroughly deserved to make it to the final. I think the England series was a bit of a blip. I don't know what Chandresh feels about that.
I think I agree with him completely on that. It was a bit of a downer in the sense that matches were getting over in 2 days, 2.5 days.
Yeah.
Spinners were opening, it was weird. It was just sad.
20 wickets in 1 day and all was a bit like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay. So after this world, the finale, whoever wins the finals and all, India versus England, the series will begin soon after. What are we feeling? You think it'll be the revenge of like the pitch and all because of what happened in India with England?
I think India will have it very easy, I think, against England. England is struggling right now. They're struggling as a test team.
Because they focus on the Ashes only.
No, not like that. I think they've done a damn good job of creating a great test team. But I think some players, they've lost some players. Some players, they're losing some players. And I think they're in the midst of a bit of a change and they're not able to find great openers. Any great test team needs to have really solid openers. You see all the great teams in the world, test teams, they have amazing openers. England is struggling right now on that front. Till you have that, you're never going to make it as a great test team. You're going to struggle.
I would disagree with Faisal on that. I think that they didn't play Ben Stokes, Joss Butler, Sam Curran, Chris Wokes against New Zealand. And the last series in England, these were the guys who made the difference.
Okay.
Because we used to get the top order out, like I said. Joss Butler, Chris Wokes and Sam Curran used to make the runs. All the test matches were close till these people got together and pulled the test matches away from India.
Correct.
I think somehow that is going to be India's Achilles heel again this time. And England will be seething and they are seeking revenge. And I think this sort of loss against New Zealand is going to spur them on to do well against India.
Wow. All right, then we've got two contrary opinions and that series will begin. We might bring you boys back to
understand.
But I'll let you know one thing. I'm warning you, we are being very civil. This is not how I would react if Chandresh would have disagreed with me and we were off camera. I can't use that language. So, but Chandra, you owe me a call after this, huh?
Yeah, I'll do that.
we can put beeps in the recording if you like.
Beep hoga fir yaar, Jaggu, sirf beep hoga, chodo.
Super. Listen, gentlemen, thank you very much for breaking it down for us. I think we're now quite excited. Oh, last word on the one-off test match that the women cricketers of India versus England has happened. Apparently, the last match that the ladies played test match was 10 years ago.
November 2014 at Mysore.
2014, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And only Australia and England women seem to be playing regular tests, right?
Yeah, again, it's a like Faisal spoke about commercialization. There's a feeling again in the boardrooms of the various boards that women's cricket, the best vehicle to promote women's cricket,
T20
cricket, T20 cricket. And only England and Australia seem to believe that Test cricket is an additional vehicle to promote. So they have that multi-format system and point system and all. But I think that they were just thrown at the deep end. It was just one random Twitter announcement that even England was not aware that they are going to be playing a test match against India women.
Wow.
So I don't want to take names.
Come on, give us gossip.
So random Twitter announcement and there we are. We have a test match. So much so that even England was taken aback. Bataya nahi kisi ne. Almost like andaza apna. And
Chandu, before Tarana wraps it up, I want to know which is the one contest you're looking forward to.
In the one of World Test Championship final.
Yeah.
I think I'm looking forward to Bumrah versus Williamson, and I'm looking forward to Bolt versus Saudi versus Kohli.
And not Wagner versus Kohli?
Not that much. I'm looking at Saudi versus Kohli.
Okay.
By the way, Williamson and Kohli have been at each other since 2008 when they were under 19 captains. So they have scores to settle from then, at least for Williamson, because Kohli won at that time.
And just before we go, one very interesting story I must tell you about. Jamieson plays for Virat's team in RCB. So when they were playing the IPL, Virat very smartly took a Duke's ball and told him, "Can you bowl to me in the nets with this?" And Jamieson didn't bowl to him. You know that?
I don't want to give you practice.
Coming.
Oh.
How the red ball, how he bowls and how he faces Jamieson with the red ball. So that's how New Zealand is about, winning this match.
But the key is, if you want to play in IPL, you have to get Kohli's wicket. So the trend has been that the bowlers who have taken Kohli's wicket in the IPL, before IPL in a bilateral series, have ended up playing for his team in the IPL. So Tymal Mills, Jamieson, and some other.
Hard move, no?
Jamieson picked him up last year in New Zealand. So he got picked in the IPL for RCB. So so if you want to play in the IPL, remember to pick Kohli's wicket.
Are you excited about IPL continuing again in the UAE?
In UAE, yes. Yes. I am very excited about it.
Yeah,
it's a safer way to go about stuff.
Yeah. I hope they allow people in now. It's just very depressing to see an IPL without crowds, because the whole thing about IPL is the mahal. I mean, if you don't have the, you don't have the feel of the stadium, it doesn't kind of reproduce the same excitement on the screen.
So I hope digital signboards with the single fans are not appealing to you, I see.
Yeah, it's like us dancing in these boxes.
It's so forced, na? You're seeing these people unko bolte honge, just show energy, scream, energy. It looks very forced.
It is. And then they're doing very like fake yes. And you're like, okay.
They're all guys who are on very good positions in those companies, in those sponsors. Koi VP hai, koi general manager hai, they're in very good positions. They're not like the normal fans. These.
But that's why they've gone wrong. They should have got normal fans.
Exactly.
Or like film people like watching it together somewhere, on a screen, and then just use that footage.
But sponsors ko khush karna hai na, IPL hai.
Correct.
Like we said at the beginning of this, it's a lot of it is now about the money.
It's all about the money.
Super. Thank you for not charging us for this interview.
Arey, kya kar diya yaar? You killed our market now. Why did you have to do that?
Jaggu will pay you back in kind.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm well known for my lap dances. Let me tell you.
Oh no, toba. But Chandresh Faisal, thank you very much. And we're now reasonably excited about the finals, and hopefully it doesn't get rained down and we get to see some great cricket.
Great. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
And I must tell you guys that my rides to drop my kids off to school isn't the same since you're off radio. It's so boring. We've not been able to get hooked onto any radio station since you guys left.
As soon as we're back somewhere, you'll be the first to know.
I'm waiting for it.
Excellent. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chandresh.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.